Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning Himachal. Welcome back to the Vanpath. कैसे हैं आप लोग? I hope your preparation is going well. So today's session is of disaster management. But before moving ahead, there is an announcement for you. As you know, HPFS exam is around the corner. You just have 30-40 days in hand. So आपका focus अब पढ़ने से ज़्यादा question practice की तरफ shift हो जाना चाहिए. And for this purpose, Learning Himachal is providing you with FLTs. Along with this, all the candidates who have cleared prelims can reach out to us for mains mentorship program. Let's start with the session. Question number one. With reference to Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, consider the following statement. It was adopted at the World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction held in Geneva in 2015. One of its targets is to substantially reduce global disaster mortality by 2030. It is legally binding on UN member countries. Which of the above statement are correct? Two only, one and three only, one and two only, or option D, two and three only. So correct answer is two only. The Sendai framework was adopted in Sendai, Japan, not Geneva. The first statement is wrong. It aims to reduce global disaster mortality by 2030. Option 2 is correct. And it is not binding in nature. Statement 3 is wrong. Question number 2. Which of the following disasters is not classified as a biological disaster under the Disaster Management Act 2005? Epidemic, oil spill, pest attack, pandemic. It is asking about biological disaster. तो आपका epidemic, pest attack, pandemic ये सब क्या है? Biological disaster. But your oil spill is not a biological disaster. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Oil spills are classified as man-made environmental disaster, not biological. Biological disaster includes pandemic, epidemics, pest attack, etc. Question number 3. Consider the following statements about the National Disaster Response Fund. It is audited by Comptroller and Auditor General, CAG of India. It is operated under the Ministry of Finance. It can be used for both natural and man-made disaster. Which of the following statements which of the above given statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. It is 1 and 3 only. Statement 2 is wrong. NDRF is audited by CAG. Statement 1 is correct. It is operated by Ministry of Home Affairs and not Finance. Hence, the statement is wrong. It can be used for natural and man-made disaster. तो आपका सही आंसर क्या है? 1 and 3 only. Question number 4. The term Build Back Better, often used in post-disaster recovery, was first prominently used in Kyoto Framework, Sendai Framework, Paris Agreement, Kyoto Protocol. Correct answer is Sendai Framework. Build Back Better is a core concept introduced in the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015 to 2030. Question number 5. Which of the following hazards is most likely to lead to a compound disaster? Earthquake in a densely populated city, cyclone followed by a flood and disease outbreak, volcanic eruption in a remote island, nuclear reactor failure due to aging infrastructure. Correct answer here is cyclone followed by flood and disease outbreak. Cyclone followed explanation is a compound disaster involves multiple hazards occurring simultaneously or sequentially. Example, cyclone, then flooding, and then it leads to disease, amplifying the impact. Question number 6. Which of the following agencies is the nodal ministry for drought management in India? Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Ministry of Home Affairs. Correct answer is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. Drought is primarily dealt with the Ministry of Agriculture since it affects crops and water availability. Question number 7. Which of the following is not a function of National Disaster Management Authority? Approving national plans for disaster management, laying down guidelines to be followed by state authority, operating financial assistance for relief distribution. Option D, coordinating the enforcement of disaster preparedness measures. Correct answer is option C, operating financial assistance for relief distribution. NDMA formulate policies and plans, but financial assistance from the NDRF is managed by Ministry of Home Affairs and not NDMA directly. Question number 8. Consider the following indicators: disaster risk reduction strategy, number of deaths due to disaster per 1 lakh people, critical infrastructure resilience, climate mitigation finance. Which of the above are part of Sendai framework global targets? 1, 2, and 3 only, 1 and 4 only, 2 and 4 only, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Correct answer is disaster risk reduction strategies are under this framework. Number of deaths due to disaster per lakh people is also under this framework. And critical infrastructure resilience is also under this framework. But option 4, climate mitigation finance, is not under this framework. So आपका आंसर क्या बन जाता है? Answer option A, 1, 2, and 3 only. Sendai framework has 7 global targets, including reduced mortality, increased DRR strategies, improve infrastructure resilience. Climate finance 4 is a part of Paris Agreement and not Sendai. Second last question. India's first urban flooding model was launched for which of the following cities? Chennai, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru. It is for Hyderabad. India's first urban flood forecasting and early warning system, I-FLOWS Hyderabad, was launched in 2020, a joint initiative of MOES and NDMA. Last question. Consider the following provisions under the Disaster Management Act 2005. It empowers both center and state to constitute their own disaster management authorities. It provides for imprisonment if any person refuses to comply with orders related to disaster management. It bars the jurisdiction of civil courts in matter related to disaster response. Which of the following statements given above are correct? 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Correct answer is 1, 2, and 3. All of these statements are under the Disaster Management Act 2005. Section 3 and 14 of the Act provide for establishment of NDMA and state DMAs. Section 51 allows the imprisonment up to 1 year for refusing to comply with the lawful direction. And Section 71 bars civil court from entertaining any suits in matter where the Act is applicable. So that's it for the day. For more updates, you can follow us, and if you want to join our courses, you can contact our team. Thank you and have a nice day.